Hi, my name's Alison Marsden, and today I'm going to show you my top tip on how to become less dependent on walking sticks. So, where are you? Are you recovering from an injury? Maybe you broke a bone, maybe you've had a hip operation, maybe you've been using walking poles and don't really get on with them and want to find another way where you can be confident on your feet. Or maybe you're quite elderly and you're starting to use a stick and you really don't want to carry on using it. Wherever you are, this procedure could benefit you. And that's because when we start using walking sticks, our weight starts to fall too far forwards in our upper body. And I have an image to share with you. So you can see this gentleman here, and on this side, he's got good posture, he's balanced, his head's over his hips, but for some reason he started shifting his weight forward. Whatever that is, it could be because he's got some pain, it could be because he's got poor eyesight. Whatever the reason, because he's got into this habit, he's starting to feel out of balance, and so he needs the stick. And with the Alexander technique, the head, if we bring that forwards and up, and his spine lengthens, then this takes the weight off his joints and he feels more balanced. But I'm going to show you how can we get from here to here. Now, we've been using walking poles. We might not have this posture, but we might feel that we haven't got confidence in balance. And this is what this more upright posture gives you. If you're recovering from a knee operation, you might find that you have got some compromised habits to protect the pain that you've had. So either way, you could benefit from this. So I'm going to start sharing and start showing you this procedure. Now, I call it a procedure, not an exercise, because it brings your awareness back into your habits. Now, that gentleman, he might not notice that he's really leaning forward. And this is why this procedure I'm going to show you against the wall. You could do it against a door or wardrobe, whatever you've got to give a sensation of your back. So wherever you are in your posture, you want your pelvis against the wall and your shoulder blades, but your head not against the wall. Now you might find that you got stuck in this posture and you can't get them back. So wherever you are in your current state of posture, so you want to aim to get your pelvis and your shoulder blades. Maybe you can only get your pelvis against the wall. You want to have your feet on the floor, so make sure you've got the right height, palms facing up. And then noticing your breathing. Next time you breathe out, let your weight drop back into the chair and allow your neck to soften so that your head starts to balance freely on top of your spine. Next time you're breathing in, bring your arm up, brush your forehead, and slide your hand, back of your hand along the wall, back down. Now you might find you can't reach all the way to the wall. That's fine, wherever you are in your range of movement. Connecting to your breathing. So it's a slow, rhythmical move. And if we make it slow, then that's how your muscle tone starts to change. If we were whizzing around like a windmill generating electricity, that's not going to start changing your connective tissue, which is the tissue that we want to start mobilizing in order for you to have that new posture. If this is easy for you, turn your upper body so your shoulder blades comes off so you can have a bigger range of movement. So you turn in your upper body. You might look to the side. And then when you're ready, resting your hand, noticing the difference between left and right. So this is a key step. And this is why it's called procedures and not exercise. because we want our brain to reset what is neutral. And then when you're ready, next time you're breathing in, bring your arm up. So we're connecting the movement with our breathing. Our breathing dictates the pace. Turning your upper body if you feel that's what you'll want with a bigger range. And the next time when your arm comes down, pause there. Noticing how your body feels now, so that your brain can recalibrate. Now you might find that's quite easy and you want to take it a step further. So you could do this standing up against the wall. Maybe that's your next step. And if you're standing, you can bring one leg off. So I'm going to show you that, but I'll show you in seating. So connect to your breathing again. Next time you're breathing in, bring your arm up. Out breath, bring your arm down. This time, bring your hand to rest behind, rest it on your shoulder blade. And bring your awareness to your knee and your elbow. And allowing that space to get bigger. Now, if you're standing, this might be quite challenging, and maybe this is where you need to stop and practice. But if you wanted to take it a step further, you could bring your foot across and allow the space between your knee and your elbow to get bigger here. So if you're standing on the wall, standing against the wall, this leg is taking the weight. So that's how you build more muscle tone and bone density. So when you're breathing out, breathe out through your mouth, let your neck soften, space between your knee and your elbow getting bigger. So your elbow moves towards the ceiling and behind you. And then when you've had enough of that, bring your arm out, resting your foot on the floor, pausing there, noticing difference between left and right. And then I'm going to repeat that on the other side. In breath on the way up. Next time your arms up, if it feels right for you and you're ready to take the next step, rest it on the back by your shoulder blades. You want to take it a step further, bringing your leg onto your thigh. If you're doing this standing up, if you're ready to stand up, then this leg will be taking the weight. So you're building more muscle tone in that leg. Then bring your awareness to the space between this knee and your elbow, allowing that space to get bigger. So indirectly, your elbow grows up towards the ceiling and behind you, and your knee drops. So it's an intention in order for your body to unravel unnecessary tension. Breathing out through your mouth. And then when you're ready, swinging your arm out, resting your foot back onto the floor, noticing how your back contacts the wall now. Noticing how your breathing is. And now, have a walk around. Maybe you don't need your stick. If you do want your stick, get your stick and notice how gravity's falling through you now. How does your balance feel? So if you're wanting to practice this, what I suggest is you do 3 repeats and then repeat it again some other time in the day. But do what feels right for you. You're not doing it mindlessly. So you may say, well, I'm going to start off with just 3 repetitions and see how I feel. If I start noticing a difference, I might want to do it twice a day. You might think, oh, that's really, really good procedure. Or maybe you think, oh, I've got some queries. I'm happy for you to give me a call or send me an email. Tell me what your biggest takeaway is. Tell me what you've got a query with, and then maybe I might be able to help you. Maybe you want to have some more support. I do classes online and in person. I'm in Cumbria in the Lake District in England. Or maybe you might want to come to one of my retreats. I'd love to hear how you get on. Tell me what your biggest takeaway is from this little procedure. Bye for now.